here we go again. It's another day at Elland Road, and there is so much to talk about. Check one, check one, check one, check two, check two, check two. Check one, check one, check one. Check one, check one, check one. Check two, check two. Right, yeah, we're back. Okay, right, good. Well, hello and welcome along. It's another audio gremlin that's just hit the system there, just as we were about to come on, come on live. Yes, it's Leeds United versus Brighton, and today is going to be another big day for Leeds, in particular. Lucas Radebe is there. Apparently, we might have slipped down the league today, so I don't know. Has there been a game before now that's put us down there? Let's have a look. According to this, we are down in the relegation zone. So let's just have a little look there. It's a lot to talk about today. I think we've got. Let's start with the transfer business that's been going on, and the contracting business that's been happening. And I think that first of all we'll talk a little bit about Jack Harrison. Why has that guy not signed a contract yet? Why? Does anybody know? Well, of course, that's why we are at the moment. If you don't know, Bournemouth are actually playing Liverpool. There's 10 minutes to go in that game. Bournemouth are actually winning. They're beating Liverpool. I mean, how can you possibly thrash Man United 7-0, go away and play Bournemouth and not even score a goal? So, I mean, I don't know what's going on over there. It's a crazy game, but Leeds fans will certainly be hoping that we could pull off some kind of miracle today to beat this very good, I say very good, Brighton team. And I've just watched the Southampton highlights, and honestly, West Ham highlights, and West Ham, oh goodness me, their defence is, I mean, I thought we had problems, but crikey, they were very poor at the back, and very poor in all areas. They had a couple of really great chances, to at least get a goal, and they fluffed it. On another day, it would have been another result, but it's a funny old league, this one this year. It's so tight. Anybody can beat anybody, and it doesn't. The form guide, yes, okay, we all rely on the form and stuff. That gives us an average idea, doesn't it? But yeah, it's a crazy, absolutely bonkers season is this season. I've never seen it as bonkers as this, I don't think, for a long time. Liverpool down there are completely dominating that match. They've got 68% possession so far throughout this game, 32% for Bournemouth. Bournemouth 3 shots, Liverpool 13 shots. Shots on target, Bournemouth 1. Liverpool 6. They've had 1 shot on target of Bournemouth, and they've scored. Oh, they've had another shot on target now, and corners they've had 3. Liverpool 8, fouls 7. Liverpool 8. So come on, Liverpool. I hate to say this, but I'm cheering on for Liverpool. We need Liverpool to get a goal or 2 goals in that last 8 minutes of this game. That's been going at the moment, and we've got the Leeds lineup has come out, and it's just come out in the last minute or two, and it's Meslier in nets, as you'd expect. No surprises really. Back 4, Eileen, Koch, Wober, Firpo. He's gone for Rocker and Adams in the middle of the park, so McKennie's been dropped there. We're just going to find out what the rest of this is going on. Somerville, Aronson, Harrison, Bamford up front on his own. According to this, Patrick Bamford is recalled. Obviously, he had a leg problem during the match with Chelsea, but nobody really knew much about that. And it says that Rutter up front, he'll replace Rutter up front in one of 2 games. The host of Western McKennie dropping to the bench. Rocker takes takes his place. So that's it. The Leeds starting 11 is out. The Brighton starting 11, well, we're going to deal with them in a moment or two. That one is out as well, so it's going to be a really interesting afternoon down at Elland Road. I'm hoping, of course, I'm praying for a win. I really am. I mean, nobody else wants them to win more than me. I find it hard how we're going to beat this team. They seem to be very well organised. Leeds 11 is coming up now, and there we go. Oops, daisy. Yeah, I'll put the scroller on so it's a bit easier for you to read. Hopefully you can see that then. There we go. Leeds 11's out. Eileen, Koch, Werber, Firpo, Adams, Rocker, Somerville, Aronson, Harrison, Bamford, Subs, Robles, Strauch, Christensen, Sinistera makes it to the bench. McKennie, Rodrigo on the bench, Nonto, Greenwood and Rutter as well. I think I've just mentioned Rutter. So a really solid bench for us today. If we start struggling or if we can't nick a goal early on, we've got some good options coming off the bench. But that's been the case for the last few weeks. I think in some cases, I think now that we've got our star man back, Rodrigo, we're going to be all right. And Sinistera, capable of getting a goal. And looking at the under-21's performance, I think this week, was it Greenwood got a goal there, did he? So correct me if I am wrong. I don't always admit to being right. I am only... I'm not going to say that. But I'm just hoping for a Leeds victory. The Brighton 11 is also out, so they've got Steele in nets, Veltman, Webster, Dunk, Estupinian, Gross, Casiedo, Marsh, McAllister. I think he's the World Cup winner, isn't he? Mitoma and Ferguson. So Colwell, Sarmiento, Van Heck, Buonanotte, Encasio, Ayari, Welbeck. Is he still playing? Danny Welbeck, Undav, whatever. We don't really care. We're not really. We're not here to feature Brighton. We're just here to feature Leeds United, and we don't really care about anything else, of course. We'll just give them a little scroll at the bottom there as well, and we'll just repeat the thing again. Now I'm just going to change the title of this this live stream, because I'm just going to talk a little bit and just make sure Leeds fans know. And it looks like the YouTube short that I've published this morning has passed 100 views. It's on 116 views now, so that's absolutely excellent news for me. I'm getting a little bunch of firework displays and all the rest of it coming up. So I'm so pleased that one's done really well. It was I just knocked it out real quick this morning because I was so excited. I'm excited for this game. I mean, we don't know. I'm so glad that I put Sinistera on there. Oh gosh, I need to go back there. Just give me a second. I'm just going to change the title of this live stream now, and we'll just see what's gone on there. The big headlines: Sinistera, Rodrigo, Nonto, and Rutter on the bench. So Sinistera. Sinistera, Rodrigo, Nonto, and Rutter start from the bench is now the headline on that one. It's going to be a really interesting one. I don't know how we're expected to get a goal. A lot of people having a go at Patrick Bamford again this week online over various different bits and pieces. You know, the guy's had some terrible injuries. His body's absolutely shattered. I just hope that Patrick can go on today and prove his critics wrong. I'd love to see him get a goal, especially an assist. All right, that'd be all right as well. But a goal, oh man, it'd be even better, wouldn't it? And he's got to be thinking to himself. You know, he's fighting now for his position in this team, in this squad. Is he going to be a regular part of Gracia's plans? Is he going to be at the forefront of Gracia's mind? I don't know. I just hope that Patrick is well enough and up for this game. I wasn't. Many of us weren't aware, I don't think, of his injury problem, but in the last couple of games we were all like, hang on a minute, where's Bamford? And there was no real word from the club, but this is Gracia's methodology. He likes to keep things. He likes to keep things under wraps until, of course, the time comes to submit the team sheet. Brighton: Steele, Veltham, Webster, Dunk, Estupian, Gross, Casadio, Marsh, McAllister, Mitoma, Ferguson, subs: Sanchez, Cowell, Sarmiento, Van Heck, Bonadue, Encasio, Ayari, Welbeck, and Dav. So there we go. That's the team for Brighton. Enough said about them. We don't really care. If you do get the chance, go over and have a look at my YouTube channel. I'm getting a bit of flack from a couple of the Brighton, or some I don't know if he's a Brighton fan or some sort of basement dweller, but it. I quipped earlier on that yes, we were about to sign Gakpo. This guy called me delusional. Or whatever he is. It's whatever it is. So I then quipped that he's like, he said something about oh well, that's almost like Brighton managing to sign Messi. And I quipped, mate, you'd have to sell the entire town of Brighton to buy Messi. To which I got this. He didn't like that, did he? I don't know if he's going to swing by into my channel later on and give me some more stick, but you're more than welcome. I can take it. You probably can't, and I certainly don't really mind. Anyway, talking about Leeds, we're getting back onto it, and it seems that this man, Patrick Bamford, why hasn't he signed a contract yet? The news spilt out this week that Patrick has been unable or has not bothered to sign the contract that's been put before him. I assume that the board of directors are working on that. Maybe they're enhancing his offer. Maybe they're talking to his agent. And of course, the game nowadays isn't about the player, is it? It's about what the agent thinks, what the agent wants, and the players are seeking advice from all corners of their team. Quite often players aren't just a person anymore. There's actually a team of people running that player's affairs, certainly for the bigger name players. Harrison, I imagine, would be one of those. He's probably got a number of people working for him on various projects and how he appears and comes across in the team, etc. So that's all I've got to say, Jack. Are you committing yourself into this team? Are you not committing yourself to the team? If you are, great, get that contract signed. If you're not, then it's time for you to look for pastures new. It's interesting today that there is no Jack Harrison is there in the starting 11, but is he committed enough? Is he going to get out there, put that Leeds shirt on and fight for these 3 points? Because every single player needs to be doing that today. And if I were the manager and this was true, I'd be saying, look, Jack, you can't put a Leeds shirt on today unless you get that contract signed, because I need to know that you're in it, and you're in it to win it. We're here for the 3 points. We've got a lot of work to do. And are you committing yourself to Leeds United or not? Get the contract. Well, if you are, get the contract signed. Get it signed. Let's go out, have a good week, and let's get you back to being on form. Because the last couple of weeks, the fans are noticing it. The fans are definitely noticing that at times his passing just doesn't look up to it, does it? It doesn't look like he even wants to play at times, especially later on in the game. Is he struggling with an injury that we don't really know much about yet? Is he just battling on and fighting his problems, his demons? What is going on with Jack Harrison lately? He seems to be a bit of a shadow of his former self at the moment, and we need him to get out there and put that shirt on and play for us. Play for us, Jack. That's the thing. Play for us, pray for us. We're just going to check in now on the and it's finished. Bournemouth have pulled off a miracle result against Liverpool, and it's finished 1-0 full time, and it's Billing who scored the goal there against Liverpool. Unbelievable. I don't know how Liverpool have gone from 0 to hero to 0 again in the space of a few days. It's a balmy old game, isn't it? It's absolutely balmy, and we're down in the relegation zone. We have got to really pull our socks up today and get a result against this Brighton team. there's make no mistake. Anybody who denies that we're in a relegation battle, they've got the blinkers on. They're not even on the same planet. We are in great danger of going down. If we go down, the 49ers will end up picking up Leeds United at a fraction of the price. That's the value in the Premier League. Also talking about business, we have this character here, Ruter, and it came out this week that he's signed. I mean, I don't know what the story is fully. I don't think the people reporting it know what the full story is. Is it under duress? Has the agent stuck a gun to his head? It just seems that he didn't even want to be there, and the report is that tears were running down his eyes or down his face when they said that he had to leave Offenheim or wherever he's come from, and he didn't want to come to Leeds. I mean, I can't blame him, but if I were valued at that amount of money, I mean, his valuation's insane anyway. £700,000 he got sold for in the previous year, and suddenly he's worth 35 million. The guy's got what, 2 goals? He's not really done anything at international level. He's got a good touch. He could turn. He's got a good bit of speed about him. I think he's had 6 appearances, no goals. Well, of course, if we're not playing him in the right position, if we're not creating the chances for him, which we haven't, Leeds haven't created the chances. This is the problem. He's not really had much of a chance. I think, and he's 20-year-old. Give the guy a chance. If we go into a game and we create 15 chances and he's on the end of one of them, and he makes an absolute hash of it, then fine. He gets a bit of criticism. But he's not really had the chance to answer his critics. He's not really had the chance to answer what he's worth, to show us what he's worth at the moment. And he's probably had a really big struggle coming to Leeds. He didn't want to come there. He didn't want to go there in the first place. I don't know how Orta or Radzani have sanctioned this purchase, because if I'd have known, or I'd have got wind that he doesn't want to leave, move on and get somebody else. Move on and get somebody who wants to be at Leeds United. So straight away, you're looking at this squad and you're thinking, we've got Harrison, doesn't want to sign a contract, stalling. It's been going on this apparently now for about 5-6 weeks. It'll be interesting to know what the actual situation is there. I would love to. I mean, I think he's lost a bit of form. Is he low in confidence? Is he carrying a knock, an injury, something that we don't know about? Seems to be struggling getting about the pitch more now than what he used to do under Bielsa. So that age could also be a factor there as well. The body starts struggling. You can't run like you used to be able to run, and it could be a combination of factors with Jack. What this dip in form is. I mean, we can't rely on him week in, week out. We've got to start playing more collectively as a team and start being less individualistic. I mean, it might be why Grathi has put the people on the bench that he has put on the bench, that he wants to get a team out there that's gelling, and the guys who are on the bench today perhaps are a little bit too individual. With Nonto, for example, he's a little bit fiery. He's a fiery character, a great player. I think he's got all the potential there, but is he going to be a little bit less selfish? Is he going to create or offer those chances? And you look back at some of the highlights of the chances. Nonto has created a few. He has created a few for us. So, a lot of questions to be asked at Elland Road. A lot to be said as we go forward into this match. I think putting Grathia, or putting his faith in Harrison, is a big step. Ruter, yeah, okay, put him on the bench. He doesn't want to be there. but we need to make sure that if he doesn't want to be there and he wants to go back, or he wants to go somewhere else, I mean, the guy's obviously got dreams who he wants to play for, perhaps. We're going to make sure that we sell him at a profit and don't lose anything on the resale cost of him, because this is where a lot of teams lose a lot of money. Talking a little bit about Brighton, head-to-head, it's 18 Leeds, draws 13, 19 for Brighton. Our league position is, well, says 17th, but this was published before the Brighton result was determined against Liverpool. We're now 18th. Brighton are in 8th, I think, apparently. I'll just go get that confirmed. But it just seems to me that we are really, really in the mire now. There's no doubt about it. Hang on. Yeah, it's finished 1-0, I think, that match, that Liverpool match. I don't know why, but it says that it's live reporting. It definitely isn't live reporting. There's possibly a few minutes delay on there. It sounds like the BBC is in total disarray. Total disarray this week. The mouthpiece of the nation is in a lot of trouble as well. Everybody's in trouble. Just look around. You just look around. Everybody's in absolute trouble. Yeah, Brighton draw. Last 5 games: draw, win, draw, loss, win. So 2 draws, 2 wins, and a loss. Leeds, on the other hand, we had a draw last time. We lost last time out, didn't we? Chelsea, there's a draw, a loss, draw, 2 losses, a win, and a loss, and that puts us in the relegation zone today. Well, if we win today and the rest of the results go in our favour, we potentially could be 15th. We could be 15th. And that would dislodge Leicester and shove Bournemouth and more than likely put West Ham back down into the bottom 3. But we're relying on Everton and Southampton as well. So the games are coming in thick and fast today. It's going to be another nail biter of a day. Here's the fixture list. Oh, sorry, I did have the fixture list. If we just stand by. And it's my brother's on the phone now, so we're going to have to talk to him in a moment. I'll come back to you in a moment or two. He's down at the ground, by the way, so let's just see what he's up to. Yo! Here's the fixtures for today. Unfortunately, Bournemouth won and beat Liverpool 1-0. Everton, Brentford. At Leeds, obviously, Brighton. Leicester, Chelsea. No real impact on us there. Tottenham, Forest. Again, we could do with Spurs getting a result. Palace versus Man City. Again, need a Man City to get a result there. Keep Palace in touch with us. If we could get a result today, that'd be nice. Fulham, Arsenal, no impact on us. Man United, Southampton, of course. We need Man United to win there. We need Villa to win tomorrow as well, and Newcastle to win tomorrow. So it's all bad news, I'm afraid, for us at the moment. Here's how it stands. Forest 26, Leicester 24, Bournemouth 24, West Ham 23. There we are. Thanks to that Bournemouth win, we're back down in the relegation zone today. Everton 22, 21 Southampton. Now we might have a bit of a laugh today. I don't know how this is going to work out because they've had a few beers. But they say they want to become a correspondent. I don't know. They've got it in their mind that I think now Gary Lineker's gone. Hold on a minute while I just do this. I need to open a new window here and then get a link over. The link will be sent out just a moment. And once that link is... Whoa, we've got a big delay on this stream, I think. Yeah, we have. Right, okay, there we go. So it's all going on at the moment. We're just going to try and get a link over to one of my brothers. He says he wants to do a bit of video footage for us. So let's get the hype, get the match atmosphere and all the rest of it. There we go. Okay, so we've copied that. I'll send him a link over. Hopefully he's in the ground. Yeah, it's all going off down there at Elland Road. We're just waiting for the broadcaster to start. There's no word yet on when that's going to happen. I'll soon have that as soon as I possibly can. And they've started. Brilliant. 6 minutes to kick off according to this. So there we are. The Leeds fans are there, and there's not much to say at the moment. We can't see any sign of the players. We think they'll be coming out in a minute, but we're just waiting for a change of the camera shot. The camera shots are looking directly at the crowd at the moment, so if you're in the crowd, congratulations to you for being there. I hope you have a great day, and I'm hoping that obviously you managed to watch Leeds win what is going to be a very, very tough game for us. It's going to be a tough afternoon for the lads, and I just hope that they're ready for a real battle. Half a dozen Brighton fans, as you'd expect. Not many of them have made the trip up. It's a long old way for them. Having said that, Leeds could take 6,000 out of Fulham on a Tuesday night. So you know they've got no excuse really, have the Brighton. But anyway, let's see. The water cannons are out on the pitch. The players are now in the tunnel, and we're gonna. The mascots are there. They don't have any sponsor on their shirt. I wonder what that's to do with. That's weird. But anyway, no sign of SBO top on the Leeds mascots shirts. Robin Koch, Eiling, Melier are all in the tunnel. Rutte is in the tunnel as well. He's just coming out of the dressing room. Nonto wrapped up warm with a hat, wearing a black woolly hat on top of his head. Luke Ayling sorting his hair out as well. And we've got, I think, a caller coming in. Just have a look. Let's see what's going on. Are you there? He's there. It's Phil Lowen. He's at Elland Road. And the signal's terrible. There's the south stand. Southeast corner. Where are you? The signal's terrible. Yeah. Players are in the tunnel. And they'll be coming out. They're having a good old sing-song down there at Elland Road. Oh, I wish I was there. Yes. Come on, Leeds. It's all looking good. Are you alright? Leeds. 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 Yes. Can you hear me? Are you there? You probably can't hear me, I don't think.
Have a crowd shot there. Little Troy. Tense little man.
He's very tense.
My view.
Troy is looking very tense. He's there. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's going to be a huge game, is this? A huge game, and the teams are out on the pitch now, I think. We're just looking at the feed from the TV company.
Deciding which side they're on.
Hey? So, Bamford, Somerville, Aronson, Harrison, Rocco, Adams, Eiling, Koch, Werber, and Firpo Melier in nets for Leeds. Steele, Estepan, Dunk, Webster, Veltnam, Gross, Calciado, McAllister, Mitama, Matt, and that's it for Brighton and Hove Albion.
It's like Brighton are kicking off.
It's all kicking off down at Elland Road, is what I'm told. You can see there we've got a really good the manager's shaking hands. Looks like having a good friendly word between themselves. So there we go. Bamford is the man that's going to be he's up front. Looks like he's alone for the time being. He's going to be quite isolated. I think Leeds need to get him into play, and let's hope that we can get that done. I think the feed has finished. It has finished. You're back with me now, so thanks for that, Phil. And the match is now underway, so Brighton immediately play it back towards their defence, and Leeds are very quick to press. Patrick Bamford's chasing them down and gets it to the keeper. It's all gone all the way to the keeper, Patrick, and Aronson just stood off the keeper. The keeper's not sure what to do. Brighton are trying to play out from the back. They are dithering and dathering about, and Leeds are trying to really put the pressure on, and Brighton can't really find a pass at the minute. It's 32 seconds in, and it's looking like Brighton have shown up and they don't have any idea what they're doing. So Aronson chasing and scurrying the keeper. They're playing it low and short around the back, and the Leeds fans are getting on the case of the Brighton players and urging the team forward, but Brighton quickly break out and Leeds track back. Gross on the right hand side now, and he's just making his way down to the byline, but it looks like it's a Brighton throw in, and it's Wober who's kept it out, who stopped the cross from going in from Gross. Yeah, got a lovely stream today. It looks really crisp and clear, the picture. Tyler Adams bringing it out. Little 1-2 with Somerville. Harrison. Oh, he's just trying to play a long ball across the pitch, is Harrison, but it's hit the Brighton defender flush in the face. He's gone down. I don't know if he's injured or not, but Bamford were really going to hit a cross-field ball there. And it just got blocked. Not so sure which Brighton player it was. It's difficult to see. You're relying on the camera angles. Fellman. Webster. Leeds are really pressuring Harrison's lost the ball and Ferguson charges forward, but he just Leeds are really pressuring Casado, and there's a little foul there on Somerville from Casado. And Somerville's running through, and he's whacked straight across the ACL. Is Somerville there by Casado? Not a very nice one to have in the first minute or the first 3 minutes. Cock. Ayling plays it down the line into Patrick Bamford. Bamford again to Ayling. Ayling plays it up front. Aronson's chasing and he chests it, but it's just got away from him. Luckily, I think Steele had just done enough. Steele's got the ball now and he just rolls it out. And I've made a cup of tea, but I don't even think I've brought it back. There's a long ball down to Meslier. Mellier's got it now from Steele. He's punted it up the pitch. He's gone all the way through to Meslier, so Mellier's got it. Ayling on the right hand side. Somerville. Adams, Bamford into Adams again. Bamford runs off him and makes his way up front, but there's a long pass there by Adams. It's a bit loose, and Harrison, I think it is, Rocker can't pick it up, but Rocker's managed to chase back. Adams again. It was a bit of a, and Luke Ayling's gone down, I think, so under a challenge from Marsh there. So a bit of a sloppy ball there from Tyler Adams. He played it a little bit too long for Rocker. He couldn't make. There's no way he was going to make the yards up there, and it was a square ball. It's 35% for the win for both teams. The draw is 30% probability. So there's your probabilities for the day. At the moment, that's as it stands. 4 minutes and 40 seconds gone. And the ball is up the other end now with Brighton. they are dithering and dallying about Brighton, and they're trying to get Leeds to move out of position and trying to suck them out and trying to hit us on a counter attack. And there's a ball back into the Steele, but Steele's managed to clear it. Oh my god. It looked like it was Aronson who was on it, and there was quite a bit of excitement around the ground there, and a misplaced pass there that's been cut out by Rocker. And he got it to Harrison, but Harrison's managed to, I think has he conceded he's won a free kick there as Jack Harrison, I think. Off Ferguson. Not sure what the infringement was. It was happened very quickly, and we didn't really get a good angle on that one. Ball's now on the right hand side with Somerville. Plays it back to Robin Koch. Koch tries to play down the line to Somerville, but it's a bad pass from Robin Koch. He makes up for it, wins it back and passes it to Aronson. Jack Harrison. And Firpo comes on the overlap from Harrison and manages to put a cross in, but it's cut out by one of the Brighton defenders, who I think more than anything didn't know much about it. And Rocker is just on the edge of the 18-yard box, but he's closed down. Brighton are very good here at tracking back. They're playing 2 banks of 4 when we get into their final third, leaving one up front. There's nobody. It's going to have to be a bit of 1-2. Patrick Bamford's gone over on the left-hand side of the pitch at the minute, and a lot of movement from the players in these opening few minutes. But it seems that Leeds have got the possession. They're certainly dominating the play. Brighton are not really doing that much. They're just letting us knock it about a bit, and they're not really that interested. But Aronson's picked it up, and there's nobody at the back. But Aronson should have got rid of it earlier, and he's been brought down as Brendan Aronson, 30 odd yards out. And it's a long ball. Oh, it's gone over Aylin's head, but luckily it's gone all the way through to Meslier. Mellier's made a hash of it, and he's just kicked it out for a throw-in as Meslier. He dived down to collect the ball, and it looked like he got it, but then the ball slipped out of his hands, hit him on the knee as he's sliding out of the 18-yard box, and he started panicking and then just kicked it out for a throw-in. A breathtaking moment from Ilyan Meslier. And Brighton have the ball now. They are attacking, but the ball, they've played it back all the way to the halfway line. Gross back to Dunn. Dunn stood there. He's literally stood there pointing, telling Brighton players what to do. There's nobody closing him down. It takes a few seconds for Leeds players to close him down, and it's passed out wide from Harrison to Adams, and he's just played it behind Adams. Oh my God, 8 yards out, and Leeds could have had a goal there. What an absolute chance that was. The dilly-dallying from Brighton players is really, really unusual. They don't seem like they've got much of a game plan. They're trying to play it out from the back a lot. They're trying to play this nice fancy football, and an urgent Leeds team here should be 1-0 up. A team that's going to dominate, put pressure on this Brighton and Hove Albion side in the early minutes. They're all over the place. Brighton, Leeds don't look much better, but we certainly haven't had much of a chance on net yet on the goal. So neither side have really at the moment. For 9 minutes gone. If you're just joining, hello and welcome. If you want to drop me a chat in the chat box, that's great. It's always nice to see you there. Firpo. It's deep in his own half. He's just adjacent to the 18-yard box. Is Firpo. And Dunn is now collecting the ball. There's a misplaced pass, and Brighton are back in possession. It's on the halfway line. Dunn again. Webster and Dunn at the back. and he plays a nice little ball in. There's a little, plays it round the corner to McAllister. McAllister slips it wide. Firpo's not there, and he's tried to cross a little ball in, but it's headed away by the Leeds defender. And Jack Harrison's managed to clear it back down the line. Leeds are starting to come under a little bit of pressure here from Brighton in the 10th minute, just on the halfway line, and Brighton are starting to they look like they're actually starting to play a little bit now. So it's game on. A ball through from Dunn, and it's found its way all the way through to Mellier's net. He picks it up and on the edge of the 18-yard box. Goes for a little walk around his 18-yard box, and it's Mitoma who played that ball, that loose ball, all the way through to Meslier. So keep playing balls like that, Mitoma. We'll be very happy. Brighton, if you don't already know, are playing in a red strip. It looks like a red strip, a red kit here, all red socks, red shorts. And Somerville picks the ball up, but he's pushed. And there's another push on Somerville, and he's gone down, but the referee says there's nothing happening. Brighton quickly win the possession, but Leeds win it back again, and it's Rocker's released Jack Harrison, who's down on the edge of the 18-yard box, passes it back to Rocker, but Rocker has a shot, it's blocked, and Firpo and Webster are having a little battle there on the left-hand side. It was a block shot by Webster, and it's a lovely little run. Patrick Bamford's creating all sorts of trouble for the Brighton back four. They're having to watch where he is, what he's doing. And Rocker just drove it in hard and low. He tried to place it really in the bottom left side of the keeper's net, but it just got blocked. So a good opening start from Leeds. A couple of shots on goal. Plenty of possession, plenty of domination, I think. It looks like it that way, and they certainly have had the better play in the first 12 minutes that we're in at the moment. And that's a lovely interception by Jack Harrison. Tries to slip Bamford in, but it's intercepted by Dunn, and Dunn is going absolutely mental at the Brighton right back, and that's really good play from Jack Harrison. And Leeds need to be more about that today, cutting out this Brighton threat, cutting out the passing opportunities for them, stopping them from playing, getting stood on their toes, and really trying to break them off from the rhythm. Fellman done. Stepinyan, and it's the left back. Mitoma is on the left hand side. It's like a player, and there's a little coming together there between Robin Koch and McAllister. I think Robbie Koch was just making a run to try and get the ball, and McAllister kind of making a run infield, and there was a little bit of a coming together. Yeah, looking back at that, Robbie Koch's got him round the waist, and McAllister's insinuating that he's been fouled 3 times already. The World Cup winner. It must be nice to say that you've got a World Cup winner in your team, eh? Stepinyan and Gross are over the free kick, and it's quite a way out, but they just play it down the line to Mitoma. He puts a square ball in across the 18-yard box, but it's cleared away by Leeds, and Brighton try and build again. Leeds are pushing out very quickly. Like I say, they plays a long ball, and he's trying to play it into McAllister, but McAllister can't bring it down. He back heels it. Mitoma crosses it in, and it's headed out by Firpo. And Patrick Bamford has taken an elbow into the midriff. He's on the deck, and it's Jack Harrison. The ball has come through to Jack Harrison, and it looks like it's Patrick Bamford who's down on the deck at the minute. He's struggling to get up, but Brighton are in play, and Firpo's getting turned inside out on his left side, and Brighton are building it in. Oh, and Aronson played a suicide ball there. He played a square ball in, and I think Gross came running in on it and now thumped it. Aronson could have done a lot better there. He tried to play a first-time pass square ball, but he slipped it straight into the Brighton player's path, who had a absolutely thumping shot, but it went over Mellier's net. But still, great danger from this Brighton side. They've got a corner now. It's on the west side. Plays it over. It's over on the back post. There is, I think, a bit of a foul there, and the referee's called a foul. Leeds need to be talking to the referee about that elbow on Patrick Bamford. Yeah, it's a shove in the back on Junior Firpo by Dunk. And Patrick Bamford is not happy. And it's Dunk having a chat with the referee. Referee's telling him to watch what he's doing. Mellier plays it out. Cock, Ayling. Cock plays a long ball, but there's nobody there. Patrick Bamford's the closest man, but the ball's quickly surrounded by Brighton players. They are actually starting to really press the ball now a little bit. And Somerville helping out Luke Ayling. Aronson. Little touch there. Adams and Rocker, and there's a handball claim, but the ball's bounced and made its way back to Mitoma, who plays a cross-field ball back to the halfway line. And it's Webster. Dunk. And there's a nice little infield ball from McAllister, but it's quickly cut out. And Bamford plays it over to Harrison. Bamford now. Oh, and he's kicked again there. It's Patrick Bamford. And it was I think it's Lewis Dunk Webster who went into him, and he's clipped him on the ankles as he's gone in, sliding in. Mellier, Wober. And Wober plays a really bad ball out. It's come back through to the Brighton player. McAllister's in on it. And And Wober's got away with one there. And luckily Mellier comes to the rescue as the ball slid through for the Brighton player who's facing one-on-one with Mellier. Mellier thankfully read the situation really well. And Aronson's been shoved in the back by Dunk again. You know, he's a big guy, this Dunk guy. He's going to try and dominate these plays. He's always going into the back, pushing, shoving, etc. He needs to be a bit careful or he'll be getting carded. The referee's been quite lenient, giving him a couple of words already. And that's a really bad pass from Rocker. He's trying to play a ball out to Firpo, but it's cut out by McAllister. And he's played a lovely little ball inside. And Brighton have just missed, and it's luckily Wober has definitely redeemed himself there. It's a lovely little ball on the inside of Luke Ayling. Very similar to that Liverpool build-up play the other night, and you just saw him coming across. And it's Estupiñán who's tried to get that ball in and across, but he's been cut out by Wober, and Brighton have got themselves another corner. And I think it's McAllister who's going to take it. Crescencio Somerville is marking somebody who's about 1 foot taller than him. Oh, and there's a save there by Mellier. And Ferguson's driven one, but it's gone wide. It's a really, really great save from Leon Mellier. I think he's saved it with his foot. Happened in the blink of an eye, but 19 minutes and 7 seconds. And the ball comes into a melee of players, but it drops. And I think it's to McAllister, but it's he shoots, and it's Mellier's somehow. I don't know how he's kept that out. But a really good save from Leon Mellier. 90 minutes 30 seconds on the clock right now, and Brighton are really cranking up the pressure on Leeds, who have had it fairly good for the first 15 minutes, but Brighton are starting to take control of this game, and the Leeds players need to be more urgent about Brighton. They need to be harrying, pressing, stopping these Brighton players from playing quick balls for quick transitions forward. Junior Firpo needs to be pushing on there. And Patrick Bamford is in at the minute. He's in no man's land. The ball's with Webster at the back, and you could definitely tell that Leeds are not going man for man. There is a challenge there, but on a Brighton player, but he's gone down, and it's McAllister that's down. But his referee wasn't having any of it, and very quickly McAllister started running again. And there's a shove in the back on Somerville, and Somerville's gone down, and Brighton have taken possession. It's 4v4, and McAllister tries to beat Ilian Meslier on the outside of his right boot, but luckily Ilian Meslier is down to it very quickly and stops it beating him at the far post. I don't know what's going on here with Leeds. They're looking a little bit out of getting dragged around, out of shape. Tyler Adams there getting out of shape. He's caught between the ball and the players. Leeds need to just calm down a little bit, get themselves together and start taking charge again of this match. We've had a really good 15 minutes, but we've seen and said that before, especially most notably Everton. And there's a little bit of a foul in the middle of the park on, I think it's Robertson, is it? He's clubbed by Rocker and Tyler Adams, and yeah, it's a Brighton free kick, unfortunately. But Leeds are starting to lose the grip on this game as the crowd suddenly starts coming to life a little bit for Leeds. Webster plays a long ball back to Steele, who's got the ball at his feet just outside the 18-yard box, right on the edge of the D. Not much happening at the moment. He plays a long ball up. He's looking for Brighton players to start moving, but they're all a little bit stagnant. And Somerville's down again. It's him and Ireland crossing paths, and McAllister tries to get into it, but Tyler Adams, yeah. And it's a little deflection and it comes off. I think it's looped out for a throw-in. And Somerville throws the ball back down. I think it's a Leeds throw-in, but it's not. I think the ref's given a Brighton throw-in there, and I'm not sure how he's managed to do that. Mellier's got the ball now. Plays a little one into Wober. Wober plays it down the line. It's long, all the way down to the other end of the pitch. Patrick Bamford's picked it up. And Jack Harrison, why isn't he passing that ball a lot quicker? He's caught him on the wrong foot, I think, Jack Harrison. Firpo. Bamford. Firpo again. Firpo, Bamford playing little interchanging footballs. Jack Harrison's in there as well. He's picked up the ball. Firpo and Bamford start making their way into the 18-yard box. There's nobody in the 18-yard box of note at the moment. Oh, Rocker tries to slip Firpo in, but he can't. It's intercepted by Webster. And there's another trip there, I think, on Jack Harrison. Or Jack Harrison's gone down, but he's up. I think he just twisted or he just lost his footing as he was going through to get that ball. Roberto De Zerbi is going a little bit crazy on the Brighton touchline. We're not too bothered about him. Let's get back onto the match. And Brighton again, a short ball from Steele, 2 players in the 18-yard box, knocking it around together. Aronson's considering going to chase it, but he's not bothering. They're playing this, I mean, I call this suicide football. They're playing this ball around. inside their third, and there's a back pass there to Steele. Now nobody's pushing on him, but if Leeds really decided to, they could go man for man and start really harrying, and that's a loose ball by Dunk, and it's deflected and come back to him. He's got away with one there. Somerville just loses out to Cruzeiro and Brooks. Brighton, once they get moving forward, you know, they're very, very good, but at the back, when they're doing that playing out thing, we need to be closing them down and capitalising them. You know, give a free kick away up that end of the pitch. And they are playing very, very well, Brighton. They're knocking it around a little bit better than Leeds. Leeds are not pressing them at all. It's totally the opposite to how I think they would have played under Jesse Marsh. We would have literally been on the toes here, but Graffia's got other ideas. He's wanting Leeds to be more disciplined when they're off the ball. Ayling and Mitoma, and Ayling does him, nutmegs him, and he gets it to Somerville. Somerville plays the ball out to Adams, has a smack, and it's deflected 2 times, and it's gone out for a goal kick, and it's a really, really good effort from Tyler Adams. Really good effort from Tyler Adams. Yeah, it hits Ayling, I think, as it goes out, and then it loops out, catches a wicked deflection. And I'm just going to check that my audio is good, because at the moment I've just moved the microphone, and I'm wondering if the cable's a little bit loose. So yeah, it looks like everything's all good. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, Graham Potter must be sick watching this Brighton team. Sitting pretty above his $500 million side in the Premier League. You know, they're really, really struggling at Chelsea. They're not a total shadow of them for themselves. Harrison puts a ball in, and Ayling is just caught by Mitoma. Mitoma just does enough. And the Leeds fans must be, what is Somerville doing here? The ball comes to Somerville, and he just literally leaps, but it goes across his chest. He can't bring it down. There's not a lot he can do about it. Luke Ayling's in there. He's in there quick. But Mitoma manages to turn and get a foot in the way, and the ball, the shot loses any potential, and it's collected by Steele. And there's a foul on McAllister from Robin Koch, I think, or Tyler Adams. Yeah, Tyler Adams is there. It was Robin Koch who made the challenge. Referee is giving him a dressing down, just telling him to be a little bit careful. He's gone in the back. He's hardly touched him. He's hardly touched. It's more of a slip on the turn from McAllister. And Robin Koch has argued that point successfully. He's not got a yellow card, and that's good news for Leeds. A bit of good news. Nobody's got a yellow card yet. 29 minutes on the clock, and McAllister is in the thick of everything, but he's being mugged by Rocker, and he's played a lovely little ball to Jack Harrison, but Jack Harrison's fluffed it up again. He tries to make a cut inside, and he fluffs it, but Brighton are playing around at the back again. Oh my God, Aronson just gets mugged there. Oh, dearie me. Patrick Bamford and Lewis Dunk apparently run into each other there. There's a bit of a conversation on the pitch about that at the moment. But the ball is active. They're playing on. Brighton are just dilly-dallying around again with it at the back. Leeds not rushing to pressure or force Brighton into playing the ball. And it's Webster to Dunk. Dunk just plays it to Webster again. They're literally about 10 yards apart, playing 1-2s to each other, and there's another foul there by Rocker, I think, and he's just clipped the player on the ankles. Brighton, however, take the free kick quickly, and it's launched over to the left hand side. Junior Firpo's on there, and it's well cut out there by Rocker. And Jack Harrison needs to do better when he's getting into these critical moments and be a little bit more clinical. You know, he just tries to play inside, and he just doesn't do well enough. I don't know. Are they putting too much water on the... Oh no, Brighton are going through here. McAllister, edge of the 18-yard box, has a shot, and it's gone wide. It bounces across with a bit of pace on it, bounces across and flashes across the front of Mellier's goal. Mellier just watches it go wide. It's I don't know if it's a cross or a shot, but it's another danger. That's Patrick Bamford is having words with the referee. He's complaining about Dunk, I think, and Webster's getting involved. The play has restarted though. It's Mellier to Cook, and then Ayling down the line again, down the right hand side. Bamford's there to collect it, and Somerville's miscontrolled it. Oh dearie me! I don't know. Is it the turf or what? Is it cut up with all the snow? There's a little bit of to-dos between Ayling and a couple of other players. Ruter and a couple of the other subs are going up and down the touchline. They're having a little bit of a chat as well with the Brighton lads. McAllister plays a lovely ball long down the line. Gross crosses it into Matoma, and there's a goal, and it's McAllister. He's 3 yards out, and Leeds were getting pulled all over the place then, but they're not concentrating. They're upset with something that's gone on between Patrick Bamford and Dunk, and they are utterly distracted. And it's nine goals for the season for McAllister. And Robin Koch and Wober, I don't know where they were then. It was as if they just got completely dragged out of position. It's a lovely ball down the right hand side. It's to the edge of the 18-yard box. It's so long, nobody's intercepted it. And Matoma's been beaten, and McAllister's literally on his own, 3 yards out, and he just nods it in past Mellier. I think Wober's on the goal line trying to stop it from going in, but I think it's Robin Koch who's left him there, or possibly even Tyler Adams, who is a little bit guilty of losing McAllister in the 18-yard box there. It's not a good goal to concede for Leeds, and Leeds must do better. 33 minutes for McAllister. Leeds have had a lot of possession. They've had some good chances, but they've just lacking that little bit of quality, a little bit of luck in the final third. Grathia, I think, knows that, and that's why he's kind of not urging Leeds to chase Brighton when they're in possession. And Luke Haley's lost the ball. Casado. McAllister down the line. Oh my god, it's into Matomo again, but luckily I think Wober goes... Oh no, it's being called offside. And this is the problem. We're giving away the possession too often. It's McAllister's played this ball in. He's way offside. But I think Wober didn't know that at the time. He was just concentrating on what the ball was doing, and he cut it out anyway. But thankfully the referee intercepted and stopped the play. Yeah, disappointing from Leeds. It's the same story, I'm afraid, week in, week out. Matoma, and it's a long ball to Matoma, and I don't know what he was trying to do there. He was trying to beat Meslier outside of his right boot, but he made a very poor connection. Cock to Somerville, and Somerville's lost the ball again. How many times is Somerville going to lose the ball for Leeds United? He's getting mugged, and he's not controlling the ball very well as soon as it comes to him. The first touch is appalling, but the ball is maybe bobbling a little bit. The players are struggling, I think, to try and get that ball under control first time. Webster. March on the right hand side now. Ball on the right hand side to Dunk, and then Webster again. They're just knocking it about. They're just trying to open Leeds up with a little bit of patient build-up play, and McAllister's picked it up, but there's Tyler Adams who's just dropping off him a little bit. And McAllister's now on the left. And a lot of fluid movement between the Brighton players, interchanging the positions. But as soon as they're losing the ball, they're getting back into the positions very, very quickly. Estupinian is on the edge of the 18-yard box. McAllister. Matoma, McAllister, Dunk. Yeah, the Leeds fans are not happy with what's going on. They're not happy with the fact that we're not pressing, we're not harrying this Brighton side. They're not, you know, they are a good side. They are where they are for a reason. And there's a long ball, but I think it's Casedio, whatever it is. And the Leeds fans are getting more frustrated that there's no pressing from the Leeds players. And one can only assume that that isn't the Leeds players' fault. It's the manager telling them not to do that. He's telling them to keep discipline, keep your shape when they're in possession, and stop them from playing. Webster plays a ball straight down the line to the centre circle. Casado. You've got to say that McAllister's been the man of the match so far. He's in the middle of everything that Brighton are doing, and he's the one that needs to be stopped, I think. Marsh and Webster has made a run up front, and there's a cannon and a tackle, and I think Leeds have won a throw-in. It's deep in our own half. I'm just looking at Roberto De Servi. He's the Brighton manager at the moment, and it's actually a Brighton throw-in. There's been something happening off the pitch there. Gone a little bit flat down at Elland Road. A little bit quiet. And Brighton are just retaining possession. They're literally passing the ball around at will at the moment. Leeds not doing very much to press them. Not standing on the toes. More about marking the zones than marking the man at the moment from Leeds. And that's presumably what Grathia is telling them to do. Not a very energetic performance, I don't think. And there's what's happened there? Must have been a free kick, an infringement spotted by the referee, not by me. The Leeds have won it. Cock, back to Meslier. Meslier plays it long. Just over the halfway line into Bamford. chests it down, but tries to make a resulting pass and completely misses it. Completely misses it. And I think Jack Harrison's won the ball up front. And it's Bamford! And he absolutely thumps it from 25 yards! It's gone into the roof of the net and it's come out of absolutely nowhere. And Patrick fucking Bamford! It's an absolute peach of a finish. The players are over there hugging and cuddling and all the rest of it. And I said all along that Brighton are playing around too much with it at the back. And the the right back has been dispossessed by Jack Harrison. And Patrick Bamford just opens his body and absolutely leathers it. He leathers it into the top of the roof of the net, and it's an absolute peach of a finish from Patrick Bamford. What a finish that is. It catches it's a little deflection off Webster as it goes through. It's come off the top of Webster's shin as Patrick Bamford's hit it. It makes the goal look a bit more spectacular than it probably should have been. But Patrick Bamford, he absolutely thumped at that one, and he hit that as if it was the last shot of his entire life, as if his life depended on it. It was an absolute brilliant effort from Patrick Bamford, and it looks more brilliant than it probably was, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter. Leeds United have got a goal at home. It's 1-1, 41 minutes, Patrick Bamford. It's an absolute rocket. The deflection is no doubt in my mind, and Patrick Bamford's through again, and he's just hit the outside netting. It's a very Leeds pick up the possession from Brighton. They're a little bit stunned that we've actually got a goal, and there's another quick bit of possession there, and it's a lovely ball through from Aronson, and Patrick Bamford hits it with his left foot, and Webster just can't keep up with Patrick Bamford, and he should have. If he'd have squared it, it's another Leeds goal. Because there's a Leeds players arriving in the 18-yard box. And Elland Road is bouncing with the Patrick Bamford songs now. And I'm glad it's Patrick Bamford coming back. But Mitoma's broken away down the left-hand side. There's unmarked Ailing struggling to get back. And McAllister into the penalty spot. And McAllister has just opened his body up a bit too much. And he's gone wide of Mellier's net. And it is non-stop action at Elland Road. Is this? What a game we have on our hands here in the 43rd minute. This is an absolutely terrible miss from McAllister. On target, 12 yards out, and he's just opened his body up a little bit too much, I think, and he's thumping the ground in utter disgust, is McAllister. And this is a really great bit of news for Leeds, because this Brighton team have come. It doesn't look like they've got a goal, but in terms of the play, although the Leeds fans are getting a bit frustrated with Leeds as standing off them, that's probably a good thing. But Luke Ayling got caught way out of position there, and that allowed Mitoma to go tearing down the left-hand side unchecked, unmarked, and Luke Ayling just doesn't have the legs to get back with him. He's absolutely miles ahead of him, is Mitoma, in terms of speed. So perhaps Grathia might be looking at that and thinking, can I put Somerville into a bit more of a defensive midfielding role? And certainly when Brighton get that possession, pulling him back toward, be a bit closer to Ayling. Patrick Bamford, he's in the thick of it. Aronson, Ayling plays a lovely ball up. Somerville's gone tearing down the right hand side, but the flag's up. Linesman's given offside. I'm not sure about that. It stopped Somerville. He's he's offside. Somerville. He just goes a fraction too early, and the left back knows it. Unfortunate for Chris Somerville there, but he's struggled a little bit. He's given the ball away a little bit too much for my liking. But other Leeds players have done exactly the same in key moments of the game, and I think this is where we are with Leeds. It's 45 minutes, and we're learning about the added time. It's 1 minute added time as Dunk and Webster start knocking the ball around again. They're just literally 1-2ing it to each other. They're trying to get Leeds to press them. McAllister, when he gets mugged, and Patrick Bamford just can't latch onto it. It just escapes him. Matoma. Back to Dunk. Dunk thumps the ball down the pitch. And he's got there. Oh, he's played it down to the left winger, who's made an incredible run, and it looked like it was going out for a corner, but it's got caught in the sog of the soil, I think, and he's managed to pick it up. Dunk, Casado, McAllister, Casado plays it out to the right hand side. Gross tosses it in to Matoma at the back post. Melier should have come to collect that, but he didn't, and luckily I think Haley managed to sweep up the mess at the back, and that's the fight. That's the half-time whistle. Yeah, we've got some stats coming up for you just at the moment. We're just waiting on those to come. And it's been a really, really tough battle for Leeds. The Leeds fans getting on the back, wanting the players to go on and press this Brighton side. But unfortunately, I think the manager's given them these orders that not to press, because if we start pressing, they're going to start playing around us. They're going to start. They've got a little bit more pace than us, certainly in our defensive third. And you've got to. I think you've just got to trust the manager. I've said it before. Leeds are slipping down a place at the moment. There is a result, or there is a game in progress, and West Ham, Bournemouth are interchanging. I think at the moment we've slipped down there another spot. West Ham, of course, have a better goal difference than us. So let's go and have a look at the football. We're just going to see what the other scores are at the moment, and it's not good news for Leeds because Everton are winning at Brentford. Leicester and Chelsea are drawing. Nottingham Forest are losing to Spurs, and Palace versus Man City is later today. So it's 1-1 Leicester Chelsea, 1-0 to Everton, as I just said. A very, very good opening half, I think, for Leeds. It's a mixed bag, to be honest with you. They're kind of struggling. They're laying off. They're not pressing. It's not the usual style that the fans are used to. Possession is Brighton 64%, Leeds 36%. Shots on target, shots. This is good news. 7 for Leeds, 9 for Brighton. Shots on target, 2 for Leeds, 1 for Brighton. And that's the only one that they've, I think, scored with. Corners, 0 for Leeds, 2 for Brighton. 5 fouls for Leeds, 6 for Brighton. So it's all to play for in this second half. Leeds certainly are doing okay. I think we're certainly matching them. We've definitely got enough to beat this lot. And I just wonder, if we put a couple of subs on in this second half, they can definitely turn this game and turn this Brighton side over. They've not done enough to impress me so far. This business of playing out of the back and all the rest of it, I don't know whether I agree with it, but that's the way that they like to play, it seems. They seem to be doing quite well. I'm just going to show you some stats as I try and get those stats loaded up. So Yeah, here they come. And there we are. So possession 36% Leeds, 64% Brighton, 7%, 7 shots, 9 to Brighton. Shots on target 2 versus 1 for Leeds. And I'm just making sure there's nobody coming in to join us. Corners 0, 2 to Brighton, 5-6 is your fouls. So that's that. Well, Brighton are having a bit of an indifferent afternoon. I wouldn't say that they probably should be winning. I think Leeds have done more to be ahead at this stage. They've had one very good break up front of Brighton, and they've caught Leeds napping at the back and caught us on a number of occasions. So we have to be a little bit more careful and a little bit more rigid about our positional play, I think, as this second half goes on. Right, well, I'll leave that with you guys. If you want to message me or comment anything as the game goes on, feel free. I'm just going to go and get a cup of tea in a moment or two. And take care of yourselves. I hope you're all alright out there. Don't worry, second half's coming up very soon. I'm feeling a bit more confident after that. I thought we might get absolutely thumped today, but when I look back at the West Ham game and that result against West Ham, it was definitely obvious that West Ham were very, very poor, and I think we're better than West Ham. So here we go, it's half time. Well, they've kicked off, and it's a late return to the stream from the broadcaster. 5 minutes. The game has been playing, and unfortunately, it's just come back on air now, right this second, and it's they've been too busy showing ads of the broadcaster here, so very disappointed with that. 50 minutes is the time that we're on right now, and there's been a great effort or a great break from Leeds, but they've fluffed it up, and unfortunately McAllister's Marsh is troubling Firpo down this down the left hand side. Leeds are kicking away from, I think it's the south stand. I think my brother probably got a good view of that goal. He's somewhere down there in the south stand, just near the southeast corner, I think. Looking out for him, but I can't see him at the moment. The camera angle's right there. Yeah, he is. I can see him. And the ball's cleared up to the halfway line, and Webster to dunk, and they're doing this same old thing again, just passing it around to each other. He goes into the midfield and then turned over. It's intercepted by Werber, but Aronson's there trying to chase down the ball. Adams as well trying to chase it. McAllister. Somerville knocked over again. Referee gives a free kick this time. Some ironic jeers from the Leeds faithful at Elland Road. They're not too pleased with what they've seen so far. Let's just hope it doesn't turn into a scrappy game and Leeds can start really dominating and controlling this game. They look like they're trying to press the Brighton players a little bit more than what they did in the first half. Crusader. Dunk. Webster. And it's come out to this side again. It's the west stand that we're looking at, looking from, should I say. And McAllister tries to play another little ball down the outside, but Luke Ayling's wise to it and makes an interception. It's gone back to Tyler Adams, and he's claiming a throw in. McAllister's gone down under a challenge from Adams. He's getting a bit of Casado's over there talking to Tyler Adams. Not sure what happened there, how bad this actually is. Adams gets the ball and he's lost it under a challenge, and he's gone into McAllister, but he's still on his toes, I think, and the full weight of Tyler Adams has gone straight through the bones of McAllister's toes, and he's probably got a bit of a nudge on the head as well. So the physios are over there treating McAllister at the moment. Just to describe it, we've got a camera angle that it's on the floor, looking right across the turf of Elland Road. Is the camera, and it's a really good, unique POV. Should I say a little highlight now of Patrick Bamford's goal? A little deflection just off the top of the shin from the sliding defender, just loops it over the top of the keeper, but it's at such speed that that the shot the keeper's got no chance of saving that. I think even if the deflection hadn't have happened, I think the keeper would have struggled to stop it because there was that much power on it, and the placement was probably heading towards the roof of the net, and the Leeds faithful have got the scarves out. They're swinging the scarves around at Elland Road, and they're getting behind the team. They're enjoying what they're seeing at the moment, and they're trying to give the lads a bit of a cheer on to, find that extra gear, get into this Brighton team, and really give them a test in this second half. Play is held up at the minute. It's on the 55th minute. It just resumes, and I think that's going to be a couple of minutes added time. There's a challenge on Junior Firpo, but Jack Harrison's lost the ball again. I don't know what he was trying to do there. Trying to go on the outside of the player. And there's, I think it's Brooks, is it? It's gone down. Oh, sorry, it's Pascal Gross, sorry. And his referee says that wasn't a very bad challenge. Get up, in fact, he's been double teamed by Harrison and Firpo. I think they've both had a go at his leg, as his feet. But the referee's not having any of it. He says that it's you're being too dramatic. Haley's nearly lost the ball in a really bad position, but he's found his way up to Casado. But I think Bamford's there trying to chase it around. Steele's on the ball at the moment, and Brighton are living dangerously by playing out from the back business. And I'm sure under Bielsa they definitely wouldn't have tried doing this if Leeds had been pressing like they have pressed in the past. We'd have probably gone after him, or Jesse Marsh would have said get on top of him. At the start, that keeper gets that ball, make sure you go man for man and put him under a bit of pressure. Oh, there's a lovely ball in by Tyler Adams to Brendan Aronson. He's trying to take it on himself, but Jack Harrison's on the outside. Picks it up, and he's had a shot, and he's blocked by Webster. And Aronson just couldn't position himself quickly enough. He comes in and gets in behind. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, it's a corner ball to Leeds. And some good work there by Brendan Aronson. He just couldn't get the ball under his control quickly enough. Somerville, Harrison crosses it in. It's a great cross. Luke Ayling! Oh no! And he's gone under it and he's thumped it into Rose head. Oh, Luke. Lovely ball in from Jack Harrison. I don't often say that, but I'll give him credit where it's due. I don't know, did it come off the defender's ankle or calf? It might have just come off the back of his knee. I don't know. It's a difficult one with the camera angle, but it certainly went flying off up into the air. Did that ball? He got plenty of air underneath it. Did Luke Ayling and Leeds United. Oh, and there's a takedown by Firpo, and McAllister's going absolutely mental about that. Firpo got his shirt just as he picked the ball up, and just a tug on the shoulder by Junior. Firpo manages to stop McAllister in his track. Brighton take the free kick. It's down the line. Gross crosses it into Matomo at the back post, and it's to Billian, but he's fired it high and wide into the cup, and the Leeds fans start singing out loud now and really getting their getting into Leeds United. So yeah, I'm just checking one of my apps here. I'm just seeing if I've got any messages. Casado. Oof. And it's another good important block by Junior Firpo. Ball's back up in the air. They're trying to bring it down, but they bring it down to Brighton well under McAllister's spell again. And that's a really long ball back. And Brighton are just trying to hold on. They're just trying to hold possession and stop Leeds from having any encouragement this second half. Because it's quite obvious that if Leeds get this ball, they can open Brighton up. They're not that good at the back. Bit like us, but they don't play that much of their. They have been playing a lot at the back, Brighton, but they've not. And there's some really strong challenges going in from both sets of players. Junior Firpo's got to go back out there and challenge Gross, I think it is. Harrison. Well played by Junior Firpo. He's having an excellent game today. Patrick Bamford can't win the header against Dunk. McAllister. Adams is chasing him and harrying him. They're on the edge of the 18-yard box. Matobo goes past Ailing and it's... What was that? I think it's Robbie Koch. Who's... the ball's come across... It's a yard out. Mellier's missed it. It might even be Jack Harrison. And it's probably an own goal, is this? And it is. It's Jack Harrison. And he's got caught on his left boot here as Jack Harrison. And I don't know what he's trying to do. He's trying to watch the player coming in at the back stick. And the player, whoever it is nowhere near it. And it is... It's his own goal. It's gone in by Matomo. Woober makes a touch onto it to Melier. It then comes back out as Jack Harrison's coming in. He's trying to stop that player getting in, but unfortunately Jack's a bit more prone for his left foot, and his hit ball's come back, and I think he's taking a swipe, hoping that he'll get over the post, get it over the crossbar, and unfortunately for Jack Harrison, he's beat Ilian Melier, and Brighton are breaking forward. Leeds are all at sea, and Wober has cut it out. Melier was on the ground. Wober's touch flicks the ball back up into Melier's hands. It's not deemed as a back pass, and this is an absolutely mental game, is this now? And Leeds are not doing very much to threaten Brighton yet so far in this second half. They've had a couple of chances. Somerville's down there now. Bamford on the byline pretty much. A bit of trickery from Patrick Bamford, but he's no good out there as a winger. Is Patrick Bamford? Get him in the middle of the box. get him to 25 yards out. Let's have a few more pop shots, Patrick. And Jack Harrison plays a ball in, but there's nobody going across that front post of steel. Oh. And now there's trouble for Brighton because Rodrigo is coming on for Leeds United. And this is going to be a massive boost, I think, to the players, to the crowd as well. The crowd are going to be absolutely delighted with this. I'm just going to change this title again, guys. We've got a bit of a... I'm just going to see what the minutes are. 64th minute or 65th minute. We'll title it 65th minute. And I think Brighton Leeds have won a corner. No, don't make the change before the corner's taken. Let Patrick Bamford get in there and try and nod one in. I'd love to see Rodrigo coming on the pitch, but it's a double substitution. Wilfred Nonto has also taken off the training tops, and Jack Harrison's going to thump this one into the back post, but there's nobody there, and it looks like it could be another. Referee signalled the goal kick. Yeah, we're getting trolled by the Leeds are getting trolled by the commentators here. And Patrick Bamford, who's had an excellent game for Leeds, he's got a goal, caused all sorts of trouble for Brighton, but he's probably just running his game today, and hopefully he gets a nice bit of rest and hands it over now to Rodrigo. McKennie's coming on. Oh my God, it's a triple substitution. Is this? Willie Nonto's coming on, and Rocker's gone off as well, and Somerville is coming off. So Somerville coming off for Willie Nonto. McKennie for Rocker, and Rodrigo for Bamford. Those are the substitutions. So there we go. We're just waiting for confirmation of that now happened. So McAllister said he's gone down under a nothing challenge from Cock. He's very good at getting down to the ground when he's under any kind of pressure. He's McAllister. No news on any viewers yet. If I've got anybody in, hello. I'm not really watching the comments. But anyway, there's nobody in, so we don't need to worry. Ruter is the substitute. He's still hoping, I think, that he's going to get on the pitch, but it's difficult to see who Leeds might take off. I would suspect it would be Harrison or Aronson. Should Ruter come on the pitch now? And it's a complete change in formation, I think, from Gracia. He could be changing the formation around as well and swapping a couple of players and just trying to solidify that midfield and make us a little bit more dominant. I certainly think Nonto will offer us more going down the left hand side, and I just hope that we manage to nick a goal or 2 goals here. We need to be getting the points today, folks. Make no mistake, the results have gone against us. We were at the last time I checked, second from bottom, just above Southampton, and I don't think the news from Southampton's very good at the moment. There's a bit of chat going on my WhatsApp here. It's hot chat. We're gonna go in and check in on the scores as Brighton start to make a substitution. They're going to be thinking of ways to try and counteract Leeds now. Chelsea are beating Leicester 2-1. Everton still 1-0 against Brentford. So Brentford aren't doing us any favours there. And it's Man United Southampton tomorrow. So it's all to play for Leeds. We're having a bit of a torrid time at the minute. We should be doing better. I think we've certainly had a few chances, and Willie Nonto makes a challenge. He's brought a player down, and he's not happy with it. And Willie Nonto says that the player's gone down a little bit too easy, and it's Gross who's gone down. Pascal Gross and Willie Nonto having a bit of a laugh at a joke together there. Wilfred's not happy about it. Wilfred. Gross crosses it in, but it's got beyond the back post onto the other side of the 18-yard box. The player there's blasted it at Luke Ayling, and I think Ayling's taking one in the crown jewels there with that ball. There's a corner ball here now for Brighton. It's March tosses in for Webster. Oh, and Harrison's been brought down there as he's trying to clear the ball on the edge of the 18-yard box, but luckily he gets back up. It's not too much of a bad one, and Willie Nonto's on the ball. He's powering down the right side of the pitch, and he tries to play Rodrigo in. Rodrigo has picked the ball up. He's crosses it in. Willing Onto's in the 18-yard box. He can't get it. He's surrounded by defenders, as you would expect. Lovely little bit of play here. Oh, and Weston McKennie, he just couldn't play the 1-2 back, and now he's chasing back for Leeds United. Is Weston McKennie. Dunk plays a long ball down the left-hand side for Brighton. Gross fades a shot and then passes it to Matomo. Hellman. And there's a offside given against Sonny Marshall, I think it is. So interesting, very interesting is this for Leeds. Can they get a goal? I certainly hope they can. I certainly think they can. I think we're as good, if not better, than this lot are giving us credit for. But there's, oh dear, and Aronson's lost the ball in the middle of the park, and he's put Leeds right under pressure. And Sonny Marsh just had a volley, hits a shot on the half volley, and it's gone wide of Mellier's net, but not before Mellier's made a slight intervention there and got down smartly to his left. And that was really bad from Brendan Aronson. He's going to have to be a lot more careful there. He's about 35 yards out from our goal, and he's given the ball away, and Brighton have seized the opportunity, and you know, we're lucky not to be 3-1 down. Lucky not to be 3-1 down with that. That was a real howler from Aronson. And they've got a corner of Brighton, and it's Weston McKennie who's got it. Oh, he tried to play a long ball to Aronson, but he can't. It's cut out by the Brighton defender, and it's come back down to Matomo, who tries to cross the ball in, but Mellier's picked it up, bowls it out very quickly to Luke Ayling. Urging Luke Ayling on the crowd. And Jack Harrison's over on the right hand side now. Flips the ball over to the far side to Willie Nonto, who drives one into low far post, but it's blocked by the Brighton defence. Nice effort from Willie Nonto, that, but he's don't know why he tried to drill it when there's so many players in the box. But I suppose you get a deflection or a bad touch or something. It could end up anywhere at that kind of pace. From Willie Nonto, Adams, Firpo, Nonto. It's on this left hand side. It's Willie Nonto to Wober. Wober across to Cock. Cock plays it straight ahead of him, and he's not get his Harrison's been tracked there, and he's been dispossessed. And Leeds are claiming offside, but there's no offside. Brighton watched the offside trap there as they were running forward. Leeds are going absolutely bonkers about the offside decision there. There should have been an offside, but we're just going to find out. And it's Danny Welbeck who's broken through, and he's taken out by Ilham Melier, and he looks onside. Danny Welbeck looks like he's onside there. It might have been Wober playing him on. But the Brighton players were streaming forward then, and Leeds living on the edge of getting an absolute pasting here if we're not careful. Some really, really bad dispossessions of the football, and there's another one. And now it's Matomo. Welbeck. Back as Welbeck. Go, Danny Welbeck! He literally sends two defenders the wrong way and cuts inside and absolutely hammers it, but he's gone over to the corner flag. Danny Welbeck. Yeah, Wober with a really bad challenge on Welbeck, and he needed to go with Welbeck there and stop him. And there's another long ball over the top, but Mellier's come out, he's headed it to Luke Ayling. Tyler Adams. Leeds need to get back on this ball. Brighton are pressing Leeds, and there's no chance for him to settle or get on the ball, but there's a lovely outlet there to Willie Nonto. Willie Nonto Into McKennie. That's a nice ball. Rodrigo. I just can't take it into his stride. And that's the Rodrigo rust, I think, that's showing there. Rodrigo had a really, really good chance. He's one-on-one with a defender. And he just couldn't get it into his stride and control the ball well. Unfortunately, it's a bit of a strange ball from Weston McKennie. Describing it would take too long. He kind of falls over and swings a leg at it and passes it to... and twists and passes it over to Rodrigo. And it's 2-on-2, 4-on-3 here for Brighton. And Leeds need to get back into the box, and Matomo against Ayling, but he's turned Ayling inside out there. Ayling again. And, oh God. It's another dispossession in the in the centre circle for Leeds. Where in the midfield, there's nobody coming back to support the defence. There's 5 players in the defence, and it's 4 Brighton attackers, and they just literally stood around. And Leeds need to be a little bit more disciplined here about helping the defence. You've got to run back. You've got to run back, and you know, this is. I mean, as much as I hate the man, Gary Neville, he's a pro for God knows how many years, we'll say, against Liverpool, and when you don't run back from midfield, you're just inviting trouble from the opposition. Willie Nonto is moving infield. He's about 30 yards out. Aronson. Ayling. Into Adams. Tyler Adams. Firpo. Nonto. Oh, and Willie Nonto does a little drag back, takes it wide, and he's won a corner for us as Willie Nonto. Good play there from Willie Nonto, who picks up the ball and energetically runs over to the corner flag and spots the ball up and tells Leeds to get on with it. Harrison picks up the ball and he's absolutely bent one into the back post for Leeds United. Fuck. It's an absolute peach of an effort from Jack Harrison, and that is Willie Nonto, the Willie Nonto effect. All is forgiven, Jack Harrison. They can slate him. I can slate you, but when you put one in like that and beat the keeper like that, Jack Harrison, let's see more of that. Brighton are claiming that there should be it shouldn't stand because a second ball was tossed onto the pitch. Sorry, the original match ball was tossed onto the pitch by the crowd. At the time Willie Nonto spots up the ball. There's a technicality going on here, and Brighton are furious because they're saying that there were 2 balls on the pitch when the goal went in, which, if true, I mean, it's true. But, you know, everybody was clear about which ball Willie Nonto took that corner kick with. And I assume that VAR have intervened on that one and said that the goal stands because, I mean, I don't know. We're going to wait and hear more from that. And it's 2, Leeds United 2, Brighton 2. And it's the first time Leeds United have scored 2 goals at home in a very, very long time. And the crowd are absolutely thrilled about that. Can Leeds go on and win this match? 79 minutes. And McAllister's played a ball back there and it's been thumped out by the defender. It's the captain, I think, Dunk. And that's a lovely little ball up, but Dunk intercepts. Ooh, and Brighton are living dangerously and Aronson's got in. Firpo. Nonto is over on the left. He's one-on-one Willie Nonto, but he manages to find it into Firpo. There's nobody there. Firpo puts the ball in across 7 yards out. The Leeds players are going mental. Oh, Junior Firpo to Rodrigo. and Leeds are going absolutely mental. I mean, where is anybody coming across this front post? Junior Firpo, what a nice little bit of play, and he's jumping up and down. He's going mental. He's Junior Firpo. Why is there nobody there? And Willie Nonto is running his socks off for Leeds United. He is running his socks off, and he's chasing down anything that comes anywhere within 25 yards of him. And he's really got the crowd rocking at Elland Road. They're going absolutely ballistic at Leeds. We can win this game, but we need to be disciplined as well. We need to watch what we're doing at the back. And don't let this... And be very, very careful about giving the ball away. Don't give it away needlessly in the middle of the park against this lot, or we're going to pay the price. And there's a lovely ball into Welbeck, but Welbeck can't control it. He's trying to stop the Leeds goal kick, but it's gone over the line. Oh my God, this is unbelievable. Come on, Leeds. Can they battle for these 3 points, Leeds United? Yeah, that own goal with Jack Harrison, he just got caught and he swings his left leg at it. It goes in, and why did he try to clear it with his right foot? This is the thing that they're talking about. Nobody knows, but it works differently, doesn't it, for left footers? And Firpo needs to get out here because Marsh is on the ball. He's tossed it in, but it's headed out by Leeds. And Aronson's been bullied again, and he's been knocked off the ball. He gets up, does Aronson, and he needs to toughen up, does Brendan Aronson, that this is the Premier League, it's not a Ponzi league where you go down, you get a yellow card, and he's running away. He's Aronson, and he's brought down again, and he's trying to get Casado in the book, and he's managed it. And I think this is the first time I've seen a yellow card. He was running out of legs there, was Aronson. Casado was right on his case, and Casado just goes straight in the back of him and knocks him over. And if he'd have played that ball out wide, if he'd have played that a little bit earlier, Brendan Aronson, he's got Willie Nonto out on the left hand side. All he had to do was knock it down somewhere down towards the corner flag direction. And there's a substitution coming up for Leeds United. It's Jorginho Ruder. He's coming on the pitch. We're just waiting to see who's coming off right now. The sub is Ruter's being prepared. Firpo's played it in, and he's played it into Robin Koch. Robin Koch's been bowled over from that free kick, and the ball's gone out for a goal kick. And I thought he... when I was speaking earlier on at Grathia and I was talking about Ruter, he's done exactly what I thought he might do, take Brendan Aronson off. He's been a little bit weak for us today, Brendan Aronson, but he's run his socks off. So, it's a team effort, and he's been a part of getting us a point, but we need 3 leads. 7 minutes to go, and Brighton start playing around with it at the back again, but now they're starting to go forward a little bit more aggressively, and Luke Ayling's lost out the ball. Matomo's going in. And he's made a terrible cross in, Matomo, but Mellier's out there to collect. And there's a foul there on Nonto, and it's Marsh, I think it is. Is it? No, Veltman. It's Veltman who's fouled Nonto. I thought the ref was going to let that play on, but he hasn't done. And Leeds now need to be a little bit more careful, because we could end up losing this game just as easily as we could end up winning it. And both teams have looked like they're going to go toe-to-toe for the 3 points in this last 5 minutes. 85 minutes coming up on the clock, and Rodrigo's trotting along there. Ruter is now on the pitch. He's trying to chase and pressure the Brighton lads, and Feltnam down to Marsh. He's pursued by Firpo, and Willie Nonto tries to it's cleared out by Koch, but Willie Nonto tries to prevent the throw. He just can't get there. And Brighton have picked up the ball. They're in possession. And Dunk is dispossessed by Rutter. And Dunk's left him on the floor. Rutter's left him on the floor. And he's got... Oh, sorry, it's Webster. And he's got up. I don't know if he's got a dead leg or he's got a smack on the ankle or it's cramp. And he's injured. That centre back is injured. It's Webster, I think. And Gross plays a lovely ball in, but it's cleared out by Luke Haley. Plays a lovely ball into Nonto. I think it's Tyler Adams, is it? Yes. Rutter is now at the edge of the 18-yard box. Here's his big chance, and he's scuffed it. There's nobody up there with Rutter, but luckily he's supported by Nonto. Nonto, the speed of Willie Nonto is unbelievable. He plays it in, it's deflected. There's nobody there. Rutter is trying to get the ball, and it's up in the air. Rutter again. Oh, and he's gone down. He's trying to get a free kick, Rutter, but nothing's happening. And Adams plays the ball to Rodrigo. There's a strong appeal for a penalty. He's double teamed by the two centre backs, and Webster's down. He's holding his hamstring, and I think his hamstring's gone when he's under that challenge from Rutter earlier. And they've gone in and clubbed him. And Webster's been substituted now. He's had a good game for Brighton, no doubt about it. He's done really, really well, but he's gone in full pelt, and on his standing leg, and then he swung through with his other leg. And as he swung through, it looks like it's probably the hamstring that's gone when he's gone against Rutter there. So Webster's off. And Steele takes the long goal kick down the pitch, but it's headed by Firpo to Nonto. Adams. Firpo again. Leeds are really attacking this Brighton team now. There's 5 of them up in the 18-yard box. They're queuing up. It's on Rutter's head, but he just can't get there. Harrison. Adams. Oh, what a lovely ball that was from Weston McKennie. He just clips it into the far side of the 6-yard box. But unfortunately, Brighton are running out at that time, and Leeds are trying to obviously watch the offside. It's a good performance. Is this from the Leeds team? We're in a mix. We're in a total pickle, but Gracia's got them playing. He's got them being a little bit more solid, and he's certainly got them managing to score 2 goals today is a big achievement for Leeds United. The return of Patrick Bamford and Jack Harrison, of course, he's conceded an own goal, but Jack, that's the way it is. Referee's in the way of a ball here, and Tyler Adams has. I think the referee said that he's not happy because he was in the way, so he's waved play back. Calls a drop ball. I think it's going to be a 50-50 drop ball. Gracia's talking to the 4th official about it. He's not happy. But fair play, I think. Brighton are in possession, and it's Marsh down the right side. Feltman, and he plays it to McAllister, nobody's picking him up. Casado, and he's been tracked by Tyler Adams. Both of them are, and there's a lovely run there by the left back. He's gone down the outside. Luke Ayling's just let him go. Firpo, he's trying to track Marsh, and Marsh has gone down under a Junior Firpo challenge, and it's right on the edge of the 18-yard box on the corner. And Junior Firpo's pleading with the referee not to have a yellow card for that. But he plays it across. Junior Firpo cuts him inside, and Firpo, by then the momentum just takes him through. McKennie, Firpo are having a real old discussion. He doesn't look too happy about it. McKennie's telling him to come on. Sinistera is coming on for Leeds United. It's a last throw of the dice, 4 minutes to go. I mean, if this guy comes on, gets us a goal, it'll be unbelievable. But first, we've got to defend this free kick from Gross. But there's another player over it. And the referee's blown. He's seen an infringement in the 6-yard box. And it's Tyler Adams again. And he's on Dunk. Robin Koch is there. They need to get on top of these big guys and stop them from moving. And it's clipped into the back post. And it's headed out. Thankfully by Robin Koch. It's a really good intercepting header, is that from Robin Koch. Really well whipped in from Brighton as well. It's 92 minutes on the clock. 91 minute 27, I beg your pardon. And Leeds are trying to get the man on. Sinistera is waiting patiently, and Brighton are setting themselves a corner at the moment. 4 corners for Leeds, 6 for Brighton on the day so far. And it's whipped in centre of the 80-yard box, but it's gone down to, I think, Matomo, and I think it's Rutte who's over there defending. Matomo was unmarked, and Rutte came charging out to get onto Matomo, and he luckily managed to dispossess him without causing or making any foul or contact. Grathier is going crazy at the ref. He's wanting to get Sinistera on and break the play up. But the delivery's out, and it's come to Willie Nonto, but he's quickly surrounded and hassled by the Brighton players. And Willie Nonto's, is he tiring? Oh no, he isn't. There's a little burst of speed there from Willie Nonto. I mean, he's run up and down that pitch. He's run up and down that pitch for Leeds since he came on. What an incredible work rate from Willie Nonto. The man who got us the second goal, I think. I've no doubt in my mind, is what he did there was brilliant. Oh no, Melier's retreated. There's a long ball over. It's gone over to the back post, but the Brighton players can't get it. They're on the wrong side of it as it comes down out the air. Danny Welbeck. It's back out to Marsh from McAllister. It's on the right hand side. Junior Firpo turns. He can't do anything about it. Can't Firpo. Melier needs to be coming out and commanding this ball, and it literally whistled across about 5 yards in front of the goal there, and Ilian Melier was just a bit stuck. No, and the survey is going mental. The Brighton manager is going absolutely mental down there. There's something that's annoyed him, and he's throwing the water. He's literally throwing the water bottles, the water bucket, anything he can get his hands on. He's throwing it around, and Sinistera has come on for Jack Harrison. Sinistera back on the pitch for Jack Harrison, and there's a lovely clearance there by Werber. Firpo's brought down by Welbeck. Nonto's tried to prevent the throw-in, and he shouldn't have done that because he's surrounded by 3 players. Marsh and he's off Robin Koch's head, and that's it. It's over. 2-2 is the final result, and it's a tough performance from Leeds United. We're getting harder and harder to beat, I think, under this new manager. The teams are struggling, and it looks like we've finally started to score goals, and that is the most important thing. And we've not let this game get away from us today, and Brighton have found it very, very difficult against a tough Leeds United opposition who were never ever going to make it easy, but they've scored a goal, They've scored 2 at home today, and that is a huge bonus for Leeds United after such a long, drawn-out spell of no goals or very few goals. And the only goal I can recall is the Southampton game. It'll be interesting to find out just how that affects the league table, and it still looks like we're second from bottom, and we are just above Southampton, 2 points above Southampton, level with West Ham, a point behind Bournemouth. But both teams have West Ham and Leeds both have a superior goal difference compared to Bournemouth, -26, Southampton -21, and Everton -18, Nottingham Forest -26, but they are on 26 points. Nottingham Forest. It's been a really entertaining game, tough match, a tough opponent, and I think they'll probably say that they found it very hard work as well here at Elland Road. And Jack Harris's own goal has stumped Leeds and stopped Leeds from claiming 3 points today. It's just one of those things when you're down there at the bottom, things just don't go right. Jack Harris has tried to clear a very difficult ball that's come into him. He's a yard or two out from the goal line, and he swung at it with his left boot and fired it straight past Ilian Meslier. And unfortunately for Jack Harrison and the rest of the team, that has cost us 2 points today as that. And unfortunately, I don't see how I don't know. It's just very disappointing. Highlights, of course, we've got Sinistera coming back, Rodrigo coming back, Nonto came on the pitch, as well as McKennie and obviously Rodrigo, and Ruter. So a really promising signs for Leeds. We've got a long break now, and I'll just tell you a little bit about that break just as we go, waiting for the tables to be updated. But it looks like Bournemouth, claiming 3 points today. Everton again claiming 3 points today. It's a terrible day for Leeds, is this. Leicester have lost, or they're losing. Leicester City 1, Chelsea 3, Spurs 3, Forest 1. So that keeps Forest back down with us. They don't have to go. They won't be going anywhere very fast. And that's really about it. I think from a Leeds point of view, we're playing Wolverhampton on the 18th. That one is away. There is an earthquake warning going out. What's that about? We'll find out about that in a minute. We're not need to worry about that too much. It's. I thought we were on a break after this, but it looks like next weekend is the last weekend for March in terms of the Premier League. Then we're going to go on to some in England, the European Cup or whatever it is. It's England, Italy. I think I alluded to that last week. Next week it's away on Saturday the 18th of March, and it's Wolverhampton, and we'll be looking to go there and without doubt claim 3 points. If we can go there with our strikers all fit and ready and raring to go, then I don't see any reason that we can't go there and beat that lot, get 3 points, and get out of the relegation zone before the England international. So let's just hope that is the case for Leeds United. Drop in if you've got any comments, if you've got any thoughts about the game. What do you think? Do you think Leeds will survive? Will Leeds thrive? Will they stay in the Premier League? I don't know where it's all going to go for us, to be honest with you, but we're waiting for... They're now just queuing up the what is it, the tapes and stuff for the post-match interviews and stuff like that. 9 minutes to 3 hours on this particular stream. So if you do manage to catch the stream, thank you very, very much for joining. Thank you so much for coming in, watching all or part or some of it. It really is appreciated. Helps me grow the channel. Helps me grow what I like doing, which is streaming and talking about Leeds United. And I just like to say, a massive, huge thank you to you all. Maybe we can get a bit of a reaction from Elland Road. I'm just gonna see what. Yeah, there's no reply there, so no messages or anything coming in my way. I was hoping that they might call in. If you want to call in and let me know your thoughts about the game. Perhaps I need a new thumbnail for that. Yeah, perhaps I do. Yeah, from a Leeds United point of view, it for me this is definitely a 3 points or 2 points dropped. We should have won that game, but how many times have we said that this season? In this game, though, we weren't ahead at any point in the game in terms of score. But I also think that we were very sloppy about giving the ball away yet again. A lot of misplaced passes, a lot of unnecessary errors on the ball. I think it's something that, hopefully the coach is working on, and hopefully Grathia will get Leeds to put that right and get those players passing that ball a little bit better. A Jack Harrison own goal has been the difference today, and that tells me that we are improving. We are an improving side. And I've got a comment coming in here, and it's my Josh Dillon, I think it is. And it is, let me have a look. Worst performance from Brighton all season. It's away at Leeds, who actually try for a change to get gifted a goal, and they still can't win. If Leeds play really well next season, they could get to 11th in the Championship. It's not, man, Josh. I'll stick that one on the live stream. I thought we were value for 3 points today. We were better than we have been in recent weeks, and I still think that we deserve to win that match. I thought that we did really, really well against what is a very, very good team. I was quite impressed with Danny Welbeck coming on. I thought he played really well for Brighton. Worst before, I'm going to put this on in a moment. Just give me a second while I just cut and paste that one over. And it's beggars belief that we've done ourselves with an own goal. We've just come and stuck. It's like anything when you're down at the bottom. Things just don't rub you just don't get the rub of the green. And we have a call incoming. Just a minute. Yo. Okay, time for a drink, I think. If you've got any, if you want to tell us something, get on with it, no problem. Drop me a comment and I'll feature your comment in the chat. Don't know what happened there, but anyway. Seems the caller has disbanded. It's very, very frustrating for Leeds United. Yeah, so this is a channel called MH. We don't know very much about that, but anyway, we'll try and get that copied in. And let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, you can see that it's if you go into a video and it's on my channel, it seems to be what is it? It's gone down as a highlighted comment, that one. It's on the match preview, actually. If you go and have a look on the match preview, it's over there. There was a bit of a conversation between me and whoever this is earlier on, a bit of trolling and all the rest of it going on, I think. Certainly I don't seem to have had any viewers coming in today, so I'm quite confident about that. But he says, worst performance from Brighton all season. It's away at Leeds, who actually try for a change, get gifted a goal, and they still can't win. If Leeds play really well next season, they'll finish 11th in the Championship. That's what the full comment reads. We're a little bit limited by characters and stuff like that. Tell me what you think in the comments box. If you think that we should have won that game, I certainly think we do. We should have won it. I thought that Jack Harrison was a silly mistake, but you see, it's like anything else with left footers. Or if you're predominantly a left footer, things work a little bit differently, and I think what he's tried to do is sky it over the bar into the cop, and he's just caught it on the insole or the instep of his left foot as he's gone through it, and it's gone into the net. For Brighton, they've been very lucky. Had Jack Harrison not been there, they would have scored anyway. It was such a clear-cut chance. The only way the player could have missed it is pretty much by being blindfolded. I thought it's all in all a good point for Leeds. It's a point. It's one more than we had, I think. I also think that yet again we're unlucky not to have taken all 3 points from Brighton. I thought that both teams played really, really well, but Leeds are a little bit sloppy still. I think Gracia's definitely working on them. I know the Leeds fans are getting very frustrated with the way how we seem to stand off and let teams have possession, and it seems to me that we're going for a little bit more of perhaps a zonal system at times, where the players are marking the zones and trying to cut the balls that way, rather than pressing the opponent into making a mistake, or pressing the opponent and then trying to win the ball back via a tackle, etc. So it is a different style, a different way of playing, but we have to believe that the manager has got it right. He's got it right for us today, I think. I thought we showed up. We did really well. And don't forget, this is a team that we're playing today that is they're higher than they were at any time under Graham Potter, I think. They're competing for European spots, and I thought that we showed up and we gave a good account of ourselves. Highlights: I'm absolutely thrilled for Patrick Bamford. He comes in for a lot of criticism. He comes in for a lot of hate on a regular basis, does Patrick, and I think that that will help, hopefully, do a lot of good for him. he's certainly coming back from another injury. John Smith, Facebook man, is always on this group, and he says very, very good point against Brighton there. We were second best there though. They're a tough team and they are very, very good. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's a good point for us. It's a shame that we didn't get all three. And I've said that pretty much before. Let's have a look at some of the other comments as well, and we're just going to see if we can see any other comments that are coming in. There's plenty going on the pages, etc., as you would expect at this time of day. The Leeds fans having a good grumble. If you want to have a grumble, come here and grumble. People are still harping on about how well we are doing. We are going down. Most of the teams around us are putting wins in. We are not. It's a hard pill to swallow, but we need to start realising we are going down before anyone says. I don't need to start supporting someone else. I was a season ticket holder in League One and still will be if we were there. And Andrew Worrell is his name. John Bogal, sorry about that. What a defeatist, he says. Well done, Harrison, on the score sheet at last. Bamford scored. We are heading in the right direction. We did not lose and scored 2 goals. That's an improvement. I totally agree. I think it's been a hard few weeks for us. But it's in terms of what's going on around us at the bottom at the moment, it's not helpful, not at all. Claiming they should be starting. Give you a shave. Only 19 points off the European places, says James Ferguson. Yeah, thanks for that. 2 fantastic goals, but papering over the cracks. For most of the game, we were woeful. Ball retention was awful. Both full-backs had a shocker, especially Eiling. Rodrigo was not ready. Aronson seems to be made out of tissue paper. Rocker and Adams both flattered to deceive. Nonto, Melier, Wobo were the only 3 to come out with merit in my eyes. Yeah, Willie Nonto saved us there, and he was the difference between not getting a point and getting a point. Let's be honest, we all know that we don't deserve to be in this division anymore. Give over. Jonathan Lester, dearie me, that's absolutely awful comment, my friend, I'm afraid. It's very, very depressing to see that that happened for Leeds today. Decent result in the end, absolutely awful first half, better in the second, certainly deserved the point, nothing more though. I disagree with that, Mark. I thought we had numerous opportunities there to go through and win that goal. Maybe Nonto is better when used as an impact player when they're getting tired. Nonto had to start, says Richard. I mean, he's 19-year-old. The amount of ground he covered in the time that he was on there was huge. He was non-stop running for Leeds, and it was definitely his ingenuity that got us that point, and that could prove to be a very valuable point later on. So we replaced Marsh with the only person in the country who can't see the quality of Nonto. I disagree with that. I mean, I think Nonto's played a lot of football for us, and we have to kind of protect the players, don't we? The ones that we're trying to improve their careers, etc. We don't want them playing 90 minutes every week if we don't have to. Look at Patrick Bamford. I mean, that guy's played a lot of football over his career, and the state of his body right now, every week he's had a lot of injuries, right? Is that the reward you get for a new manager, scoring and then subbed off? Well, he was out last week because he was injured. He's never going to play 90 minutes. Do you just want, for the slightest thing to happen, you can make a negative post? Do us all a favour and have a day off. This is Matt Butterworth that we're talking about. Good point, well done, lads. Firpo does not know how to tackle with his right foot. His tackling is better than your spelling. Yes, I kind of agree. That's a funny one. Hard-earned point, says Ian Simpson. Well, it's certainly not an amazing result, but it could be a vital point in 5 or 6 games' time. Certainly not the end just yet, at least. Let's have a look. Leeds United supporters group. Oh, cheesy, your diatribe has gone. Thankfully, it was saved for you. Leeds United supporters group. Andy Baby Bell. What a great decision by our board. We now play with far less possession than ever before. Our best player sits on the bench and another manager in that wasn't the best option. I knew it when he came in, and I stand by it. The board's decision making has been incredibly poor for not signing when we needed to spend big on unproven, sacking a manager too late, to wasting money off staff such as Aramas and co with no replacement, to eventually be replaced with another gamble that to me wasn't the right choice. All positivity is lost. With a heavy heart, it's game over in my opinion. Absolute shambles. Come on, Jorginho, the time is now. Yes. Can't lose this now, every point counts. Yeah, I agree. And the thing I hate about Harrison, he's crap. Wow, what a great goal. He is quality, but needs to be consistent. Come on, Leeds, get a winner. Get in, says Donald. And what an amazing goal from Harrison. What are we saying? Yeah. Harrison. And now he slaps it in with his right foot. Well, I think it was his left, actually. But you'll see that on the replay later on. 2-2, right? Time for this net, Jack. Yep. That's it. We should not stop shooting at goal. Lovely strike there. Yeah. There was a deflection on that Patrick Bamford strike. I think the sliding in player there, it just clipped him on the shins as he hit it, but I don't think it would have mattered anyway. Their manager must have been... no, can't say that. When he saw Willie Boy on the bench. Melier, our best player in the country by a mile. Another weekend ruined. I don't know. It's disappointing. I just don't see... We're going to have a quick chat with him in a minute, but I don't know if we've got anybody viewing or not. Well, we have, so don't need to worry. Right, well, I'll put it to bed. I think I'll call it a day. Gutted for Leeds. And take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all next week at Wolverhampton Wanderers. And no doubt we're going to go there and have another roller coaster of a match, I think. All the very best to you. March on together.